Welcome to the RTS Television Journalism Awards.
Good evening, fellow news hounds. Are you having a good evening so far, yes? Excellent. It is very nice for me to be here. I feel I am up here on stage largely because of drugs and makeup, but nonetheless, it's a real pleasure for me to be here. I won't go into too much detail, but I did nearly die last week, so thank you for having me, okay? I should warn you though, in terms of level of drug use, it's up to my eyeballs. My face hurts, I can't feel my lips, and my wife has said this week that, for those that know me, this will be something of a concern. I've lost all my inhibitions. It could be a fun night, everybody, okay? News coverage home. The winner is Partygate, ITV News.
It feels fantastic. I mean, we've worked so hard on this investigation for, more than a year, and it's kind of taken over our lives, and it's had a real impact. And we're just very grateful to be recognised by our industry. And it's been such a strong year for UK journalism. And this is, if you're a TV journalist, this award is what you want to win if you work in the UK. And we're really grateful for that.
The scoop of the year. It's double bubble. It's Partygate, ITV News.
As we just said there, the truth really matters in politics, and the pandemic was a story that we all lived through, and that's quite rare in journalism to report on a story that each and every single one of us is experiencing. And so the sacrifices that we all made, that's why that story mattered to a lot of people, and that's why it got so big as it did.
News coverage international. The winner of this award is War in Ukraine, BBC News.
I think this was an incredible moment in modern history, and I'm really proud to say I think BBC journalism met that moment. We've got an incredible team, correspondents, producers, both here and Ukraine, cameraman, safety guys, translators, fixers, drivers. They've all been outstanding. So I'm really proud to accept that on their behalf.
Network Presenter of the Year is Clive Myrie.
I'd also like to thank the people of Ukraine, because they have opened up their hearts to so many of us in this room to chronicle this horrible war of choice, and I pay tribute to them. Their country is not just a plaything for superpowers. It's a country in which they live and they work and they breathe and they rear their children and they have lives. And we need to hear more of what they want out of all of this. So this is for them. Thank you.
Innovation Award. And tonight's winner is BBC News Undercover Voters, BBC News Night Americas.
I think it's so important that we investigate the social media worlds that we all live in, and that actually it's impossible to separate them from what goes on day to day. And I think that will become just a really important part of all the journalism that we do going forwards. And I hope that projects like this we can build on to investigate those subjective social media worlds more in the future.
Young Talent of the Year, which is open only to people under the age of 30. And this award is given in memory of John Schofield. She is an astonishing young journalist. She is Vasilisa Stepanenko.
When people were in the house and they just ran through the city, they saw our life jackets with the sign press and asked, please give us some information, what's going on? But we had no information. On that moment, I understood that information is even much important than the food. After that, we saw so many deaths of children. I understood that death was never so close to me like I saw it in Mariupol. And people were scared that they have no voice, they can't do nothing, and no one could help them. But now, staying here, I understand that they have their voice, and they will never be forgotten, people of Mariupol. So thank you very much.
Political Journalist of the Year is a man who's been on stage quite a few times already tonight. It's Paul Brand from ITV News.
It's a real honour to be the first journalist to win in this new category, and I think, you know, the past year in politics has been extraordinary, and all of the broadcasting that all of the channels have done has been exemplary. We keep saying that every year is an unprecedented year in politics, but there were plenty of firsts last year, and I think this really belongs to all of the broadcasters who played a part in covering a tumultuous time in politics over the past year.
The Network Daily News Programme of the Year is BBC News at 10.
Wow, we are really honoured to win this tonight, and a few other people have said it. It's another year of momentous news, a year like no other. And so to win, when so many people in this room did so much outstanding work, and for us to be selected, we thank the RTS and we thank the jurors for that recognition. I want to thank the incredible team who are here, who day in, day out last year rose to the challenge of their careers. And I want to dedicate it to everyone, everywhere in the world affected by conflict, but also those brave enough and committed enough to report it. Thank you.
The RTS Television Journalist of the Year is Stuart Ramsey of Sky News.
I want to thank the Royal Television Society. This is an amazing honour, and thank you all for the thank you.
Fantastic. I've been nominated quite a few times. I've won RTSs, but never for the individual, and it's sort of like really important one day that you can actually win it. So I'm very, very pleased and chuffed, and of course you never right to the end know. I mean, they seem to be really so close, with Paul winning so many things, and of course up against Jeremy Bowen. I mean, you know, your chances of winning are pretty slim, I'd have said. So yeah, I'm very chuffed.
The RTS Outstanding Contribution to Television Journalism Award this year goes to Jeremy Paxman.
Journalism is the ideal career for anyone with a smattering of curiosity. I have never been able to look at anything without wondering why it's the way it is. And if you have the same problem, you'll do well in our trade. That and a love of words. What is the right one? Journalism matters to me, and it should matter to all of us. Thank you very much.